Hey everyone, welcome back to another lesson here on the channel. Happy New Year's, and I'm going to be kicking this year off with a little lesson here that might just make you your first, well, let's just say $500 to $1,000 on Amazon, fit with the theme of today's video. We're going to be talking about how to structure your goals and how to pick products that will lead to you actually profiting on Amazon, not reaching for the stars and falling flat on your face. We'll get into that more later. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in watching, be sure to stick around to the end. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already, but without further ado, let's get right into it. So I just want to clarify, when I say reaching for the stars and falling flat on your face, that's basically an analogy for when people come to Amazon, they go to markets that have enormous amounts of revenue, enormous amounts of sales, and maybe even lots of smaller sellers doing well as well. But there's so little innovation left to do, and the standard is set so high that new sellers just get crushed. Especially those of you out there who do your own photography and your own copywriting and don't invest in professionals in that field. There's no way you're going to stand up to these several five-figure per month sellers that have all of that completely optimized. So what I planned for today is something that I love doing and something that I'm doing a lot. A little bit of good news for me going into the new year. My business partner and I's second Amazon Seller Central account just got 100% approved. We can sign in. It's running. We actually have a call scheduled in about an hour. We're going to be doing our product research and launching our first product. So with that being said, we're going to be doing a little bit of product research here, and I think I could sum up with just this tool alone, the keyword, sorry, I was using products, what I meant by today's video topic. I hope that if you're at all interested in starting Amazon in 2021 and you're watching this video, that you will take what I say and at least just think about it for a little while. Let it ferment a little bit. Let it age. Let this principle and the things I'm about to tell you really soak in, and at least let them influence your decision making, or be a factor of which you can make decisions by. So what I wanted to talk about was picking products on a different standard than you're used to. A lot of people, I'm not saying the other methods are wrong by any means. A lot of people know about Amazon from these huge success stories, $40,000, $50,000, $60,000 per month. Those are usually not profit, but nonetheless very impressive, right? And what you don't see is the amount of money it takes to go into that. If you already have $50,000 to invest into your small business, aka selling on Amazon, and you're going to be doing this full time and you're super into it, yeah, you could go for a little bit more competitive markets. You could put a lot more into ads. You could go a lot longer with breaking even or going negative on a product to get it to where it needs to be in a successful position. But if you're like me, or you are someone who has not $50,000 to invest into a single product launch, and you have maybe $3,000, $4,000, or $5,000 to invest in a single launch, let's talk about this approach. Find products where you think you can sell 4 or 5 units per day, 150 units a month, 120 units a month. Most people don't like hearing that. I literally have people who tell me that strategy is stupid because I'm not going to make a lot of money. Well, try the more competitive thing then. See how you like. Get kicked in the face 2 years in a row, and then maybe you'll be interested in this method. So what we're talking about here is going into markets where you can make maybe $10, $15 profit per unit, and you think you can sell 3, 4, 5 a day. And if you can sell more than that, great, but make that the goal. All of a sudden, this doesn't seem scary anymore. We could order 200 units and it's okay. That's almost 2 months of inventory if we're selling 3 or 4 a day. We can start with $1,500, $2,000, $3,000, and that's okay. Still leaving room for photography and copywriting. It's okay. So what I would do is, to set that up, I was really inspired by a call I did recently with Bradley Sutton, the director of training at Helium 10. It's my last upload on this channel. Go check it out if you haven't already. It was a great interview talking about how to find your first product in 2021. We're going to recap on that a little bit here, but we're also going to show you some new stuff. So search volume, make it go really low, 750. We're going to make that even lower, and then maybe we'll just go to 4,000. Set a monthly revenue, what we were just saying, units per month, so 120, that's 4 sales a day, to maybe 300, 10 sales a day. 4 to 10 sales a day is all we're looking for. And then maybe you want to go to review count. No less than maybe 20 average review count, that's just way too low. It's gonna be unreliable or seasonal or patented, something like that. Then the review count maximum, maybe we'll go up to 128. Anywhere in that range, 100, 150, somewhere around there. Categories, you'll just do a couple at a time. We'll do arts, crafts, and sewing, office products, home and kitchen, tools and home improvement. Patio lawn garden might be a good one this time of year, actually. It's January, so coming up, launch something now. It's ready for March, good to go. All that spring gardening and stuff. We're gonna hit search. That's all we're gonna do. We're super simple. Do you see how we're just changing this to include the philosophy that we're using? A lot of people are like, how do you find all these low competition markets where there's barely anyone selling them? It's like, well, what are your filters? Like, well, do 1,000, 4,000, like you said, or 5,000 to 10,000. Okay, maybe it's a little higher. Then monthly sales, it's like 500 to 1,000. It's like, well, usually the markets that have very few sellers don't have as many sales because the product's not as popular yet. So you have to kind of cut that back down with it. That's the philosophy and the principle change there. 120, 300 sales per month. And if I've already lost you at this point, well, go carry on. Go find something else that keeps your attention hanging. You're more excited about more expensive products, or making far more money on every single product. That's okay. I believe in diversifying my portfolio, a bunch of small wins that add up. And maybe a year from now, the product that was selling 3 or 4 sales a day is now selling 30 or 40 units a day if you got into the market at the right time. But you don't have to think about that. Don't start from that point. Just start from that simple goal, 5 sales a day. We're gonna come through here. There's gonna be still a lot of probably Christmas stuff left over. Stair rods. No idea what that is, but we're gonna check it out. Stair rods. Oh, railings. Yeah, we don't want to do that. Sounds like a brand there. We'll look through here a little bit longer. Star shelf. I know someone who sold shelves quite successfully on Amazon last year. So let's see. Star shelf. I don't even see a single one. Okay, there's one. How's that doing? If it's selling 3 to 5 units a day, we might be in business. So 800 sales per, or 800 search volume per month. I don't see a single one other than that one. It's $45 exactly. Pentagram shelf, they called it. We might have to load more results. I think that's why it's not coming up. But what we could also do is we could just stop wasting time here. We just click on the shelf and look at its sales history. Come right down here. Perfect. And let's see what we got. So it looks like they're doing great, actually. Successful launch. They started really high up. They're coming down. But again, they have 8 reviews. They're the only seller. Pretty decent photography. Not going to hate on that. Doesn't look like they're being aggressive with ads. I didn't even see them advertising on this page. This is their organic listing. And again, they're doing 50 sales per month. So just about 2 sales a day. A little bit under our requirements, but look at that trend. Can we project that in the next month they might do 80 sales, and the month after that they might do 150? I think so, with the direction that this is heading. Again, that direction is going to be the opposite of this direction, almost perfectly. This is their sales rank going down, so their sales going up. So in literally unplanned in a couple of minutes, we found exactly what I was talking about. This market has 800 customers every month looking for it. We have 1 competitor. So it's a perfect example of what I was talking about. A lot of you won't be excited with that. I'm pretty excited by that. So that was today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in and liking and subscribing. Be sure to click the bell so you don't miss any videos on the channel in the future. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks so much. Later.